And Chelsea are actually, their fans, after their last defeat against Brentford, I think they failed to take, they took how many shots all through the game, and their fans were clamoring for Osimhen.
I wonder what he will even do in that side.
If
really,
Osimhen can hear us based on this picture, don't ruin your career.
He should avoid Chelsea for now. And Manchester United, please, if you can reach Osimhen through this video, tell him not to go to either of those two clubs, because at the moment he's going to just put his career in jeopardy anyway. Welcome to another episode of Naija Football Talk. This time around, we are doing a preview of the upcoming action that's going to take place this weekend. My name is Chima, and today I only have one of my co-conspirators with me in the person of Kolade. How you doing now?
I'm all with you, man.
It's unfortunate that Bolu is not available for this episode because he gets some kind of dragging.
What dragging? Let's talk about things that matter, please.
No, I actually prepared. You see, today I prepared for Bolu's dragging. But anyway, I'm very sure he's going to watch this with a lot of thanks in his heart that he wasn't on set to do anything. Anyway, this video is sponsored by upoker.net. More on our sponsors coming up very soon. Thank you to our sponsors for this video, upoker.net. upoker.net is an online poker platform where you can enjoy the popular card game called poker with your friends. In case you don't know, there are already several poker competitions running across the globe, and playing on upoker.net with your friends can even help you prepare and, who knows, become the Magnus Carlsen of poker one day. Make sure that you check out the platform on the various app stores, Play Store, and even your Windows PC, so that you can enjoy poker in your leisure. Thank you once more to our sponsors, upoker.net. All right, welcome back to Naija Football Talk. Like I said, I have Kolade with me, and unfortunately for us, no Bolu today, because, you know, he was supposed to tell us some things about how he intends to deal with the threat of Tottenham coming to traveling to, you know, the Tottenham Hotspur Stadium. Anyway, but let's first focus on Newcastle versus Arsenal. You know, Arsenal are going straight from a walloping over the midweek at the Carabao Cup, where West Ham knocked them out. And Kolade had some very fun things to say backstage. Don't worry, one of these days, you, the NFT audience, is going to be privy to all the things, all the shenanigans that goes on backstage. But for now, let's focus on the Premier League action. Newcastle versus Arsenal. Kolade, you guys are traveling to St. James's Park, a ground known for, its mysticism, its toughness. And quite fair to you guys, you are one of the most successful teams away at Newcastle United. But this time around, it'd be like one thing if it changed. But what are your thoughts anyway, generally?
Any Arsenal fan hoping for an easy game should think again. It's going to be a very difficult game, very, very difficult game. And when you look at Newcastle in midweek, they rested 5 key players. Callum Wilson.
Stitch up Manchester United.
Forget those ones. They rested Wilson, Guimaraes, Trippier, Dan Bond. You know, they rested a lot of key men, obviously with an eye on the Arsenal game. Yeah. But in fairness to Arsenal lost as well. But we also rested key players. You know, Saliba,
of course,
Saka, Martinelli. You know, the big boys. So I think we are going to see a pretty different game at the weekend. Both sides will come in fresh. I mean, the key players will be back in the starting lineup, and it's going to be a game of plenty goals.
Plenty goals.
Yeah, plenty goals.
Interesting. What makes you say that, though? Because even though, we understand that Newcastle, over the last 2 seasons, in fact, let's just say since Eddie took over, they've been, scoring quite a lot. But what makes you believe
That's why I say it's going to be a game of plenty goals, because I believe there will be a goal at both ends.
Yes, I think that's a sure tip.
For starters, I think there will be a goal at both ends. So it's going to be who outscores the other, because I think both sides will definitely test the defense a lot of times. And the key battle there for me will be the midfield battle. Let's forget about the strikers now. I think midfield is where the game. Newcastle have a very strong midfield presence. And if Arteta does his usual gimmicks of trying to start Jorginho and all those jokers, they will beat us in midfield and they will comprehensively run through that game. But if we can start a solid midfield with Rice in there and likes, fair play, we can get something.
Speaking of Arteta's gimmicks, he's known for some kind of weird decisions on the pitch, but of late he has been doing some kind of masterful some kind of masterful game management. He has been trying on that front. But one that everybody is currently, even Arsenal fans will agree with, is the usage of Kai Havertz. But that's a story for another day. Maybe we're going to do a full Naija episode.
One episode cannot even cover that guy.
I think maybe later when we're discussing content, we'll just do a Kai Havertz episode. What is going on in that play? But speaking of his gimmicks here, starting Jorginho, all of that, those are some things that some Arsenal fans are hoping that he doesn't do. What mistakes, apart from those, or if you can elaborate on how these ones will be a mistake for the Newcastle game, what mistakes are you hoping he doesn't make when going to St. James's Park?
First of all, do not start Zinchenko. Do not start Zinchenko.
Who now can't start?
Tomiyasu. I continue to say that Zinchenko is a good player in his own right, but when you are playing against teams with proper wingers that have pace, Zinchenko is not the player to start. We've seen him, he struggled against City, against Chelsea, and when Arteta took him off in those games and brought on Tomiyasu, we saw the changes. Even against West Ham, he struggled as well, and he had to be taken off. If he starts
Zinchenko against Newcastle,
will be punished.
Mad.
Will be punished.
Okay. So just Zinchenko and then...
Obviously, I'm not going to mention Kai Havertz. I'm tired of mentioning
but
that guy
this man was always bragging back then that Kai Havertz has more goals than this.
But he still has more goals now. At least
same
goals with Rashford.
Now you're at a point where you don't even want him to score again.
Don't get me wrong here. I have no problem with Kai Havertz. But my issue is that if you are going to bring in Kai Havertz not as an LCM to come and play where Granit Xhaka was playing, two of them are very different profiles.
Very, very different
opposite profiles. So you can't expect Havertz to come and do the dirty work that Xhaka was doing. Makes no sense.
All right. So you said it's going to be a match of many goals. So what are your predictions? 3-3, 4-3, 5-3?
3-2.
Or maybe that Arsenal versus Reading match of those days now 5-7.
Arsenal will win 3-2. We are scoring 3 goals. We are scoring either 3-2 or 3-1.
Well, I'm very sure that some Newcastle fans and even some neutrals anyway will disagree with that. But let's see how it goes. The match is going to take place this weekend, and everybody is going to see how Eddie Howe will finally deal with the Arteta threat.
We are unbeaten. What deal with what? Come on.
Don't worry, time is coming now. It's no go last again. The last unbeaten was you guys for a particular reason. Anyway, when we come back, we'll be going straight into the next game, which I really, really wished Bolu was here for. Tottenham Hotspur versus Chelsea. Stay with us. All right, so now it's time to talk about Tottenham versus Chelsea. Last season or 2 seasons ago, this would have been a game where you give Chelsea, you give them some chances. You will not talk too much about their poor form and all of that. But now, it's looking like a bloodbath in the making. That's why I wished Bolu was here, really. It's looking like a bloodbath in the making. But funnily enough as well, these types of games are games that Chelsea have also managed to, hold on to their prestige this season. See Arsenal, see Liverpool. Now Tottenham is coming. We can't really say for sure that Spurs will beat them, but I'm still regretting that Bolu is nonsense. Anyway, so let's just do a little bit of preview on that game. What do you see from Pochettino and Postecoglou?
Well, there's nothing really there's nothing I see. I see Tottenham definitely winning that game. Not definitely, but I think they will win. And just like you rightly said, Chelsea have been very formidable against the bigger side. Liverpool, Arsenal, they held their own there. But the key difference for me is the fact that Tottenham were well rested in midweek.
Because they're out of the Carabao Cup,
so they were well rested, and Chelsea had to, play, and some of those players will still be required to play again. So I think that might be an issue for Chelsea, and some of their key players have started to
drop. Raheem Sterling, especially.
Raheem Sterling, exactly. But I think the bright spot for Chelsea is Cole Palmer. He won yet another man of the match award, and in fact, it's not looking like he's their best player at the moment. I think he has been their best. He has won their man of the match in the past 3 or 4 games. So everything now is happening through him. If he doesn't turn up in that game, then nothing for Chelsea. They will be beaten comprehensively. Interesting.
Well, anyway, be defender in Bisha, but let's see how it goes. But speaking of Sterling, And we are used to Sterling's performances.
On
where
and off, like
on and
light
off,
switch.
exactly. Where this time around he's the best player in the world. Next week you are wishing that he didn't ever choose football as a career. But the one truth is that he has somehow been among Chelsea's most consistent performers since he joined the club.
Agreed.
But now that he is struggling, do you think maybe Pochettino should, maybe send him to the bench like Guardiola used to do that time, or to just keep playing him maybe because of the respect of who he is?
Well, the difference between what Guardiola could do was that if Guardiola was going to bench Sterling, there's a player with almost as good or even better quality than Sterling ready to replace him. But if you bench Sterling right now, who do you have to call upon? Maybe the likes of Noni Madueke and co. So, of course, I'm not against giving those young players chances, but Chelsea's season is coming to a point where they need results. This is not time to tinker and try, experiment. They need someone that can just give them the results, whether by hook or crook. And I think Sterling is still their best bet.
Well, Nkunku will soon be back, so maybe we'll start seeing those drop Sterling shouts from Chelsea fans, because they had them.
And Chelsea are actually, their fans, after their last defeat against Brentford, I think they failed to take, they took how many shots all through the game, and their fans were clamoring for Osimhen.
I wonder what he will even do in that side.
If Osimhen can hear us based on this picture, don't ruin your career.
He should avoid Chelsea for now. And Manchester United, please, if you can reach Osimhen through this video, tell him not to go to either of those two clubs, because at the moment he's going to just put his career in jeopardy anyway. Maybe that Liverpool transfer rumor that we are hearing, if it is true, it's better he goes there anyway. So let's talk about predictions now. Tottenham, Chelsea, who go win? How many goals?
Funnily enough, the logical, without being biased, I mean, I don't even like two of them. Not London rivals and West London rivals, but I think the game might be headed for a draw. I'm saying this because I feel Chelsea will not be all that good, but they will just be happy to take that point. And
they won't want to lose to a big team.
Exactly. So that extra motivation, since they've taken points from Arsenal and Liverpool will be there. So they might just manage a draw.
Okay. So if you had to give a scoreline,
1-1.
1-1. Interesting. 1-1 sounds very reasonable, actually.
But then when I consider that Anthony Taylor is going to be the referee for that game, that guy doesn't like Chelsea.
2 or 3 more penalties
like
for Spurs. For Spurs,
doesn't like Chelsea. So, but let's see how that goes.
It's all good. Chelsea versus Tottenham versus Chelsea at the Tottenham Hotspur Stadium over the weekend is one that everybody is going to be interested in, both neutrals and fans alike. And let's see how it goes. Share your thoughts in the comment section as to what you think will be the outcome of the game, and who you think Pochettino has to play. Maybe there's somebody that is on the bench that is not being given enough opportunities. I think maybe they have to pair the person with Cole Palmer, or maybe they even have to finally put Cole Palmer as ST. Who knows? For things to work out at at the Blues. Let us know your thoughts in the comment section below. When we come back from this short break, we'll be wrapping up the show. And that's all the time we have on this episode of Naija Football Talk. Again, Bolu, if you are watching this video, you are very lucky. But thank you so much, Kolade, for doing this with me. And I like your confidence when it comes to Newcastle, because, hey, I don't think any Premier League manager at this moment, not to talk of fan, will be confident about going to St. James's Park. But that's why you're Arsenal. Anyhow, let's just see how it goes. And make sure you win, because we did not give you grief for West Ham. Just know.
That one was Arsenal.
We didn't give you grief for West Ham.
That's not my team.
No problem. We didn't give you grief for West Ham. Just know that we are going to give you grief if you lose at Newcastle. Thank you once again, my brother, for doing this with me. Thank you so much for watching this video. And make sure that you continue the conversation on our social media channels showing right now on your screen. Also, let us know your thoughts on the matches that we've previewed in the comment section. What do you think about the outcome of these matches that are yet to come? And please share, like, and subscribe, especially if you are a first-time watcher. You're going to enjoy all the content we put out on Naija Football Talk. And until we come your way with another beautiful episode of this preview, my name is Chima, and from Kolade and myself, stay jiggy. Winner.